I'm Dr. Murray Friedman. I'm the chairman of the board of Indigo Pharmaceuticals and also the CEO of ARX Pharmacy. We have brought Indigo Pharmaceuticals to bear because we want to repatriate a lot of our pharmaceuticals back into the United States as opposed to it being imported from either China or India or some of the other countries. We feel it's extremely important to have our own supply line of pharmaceuticals for all the American patients. It is a manufacturing company, also a 503B, which means an outsourced manufacturing facility for sterile medications. What you see in syringes or what you see in cartridges or things like that, they're all sterile medications. And we're bringing this company to bear because we see that a lot of it is being done by hand, and after the COVID crisis, we wanted everything to be completely isolated and no human contact from beginning to end.
My name is Eric Sparks. I'm a pharmacist by trade, and I was brought on to oversee this project of the 503B in manufacturer implementation at Indigo Pharmaceutical. 503B manufacturer is not pharmacy at all. In a pharmacy, you are required to have a doctor write a patient-specific prescription, which you compound a medication and dispense only to the patient. You cannot send any product to the doctor's office. In a manufacturer/outsourcing facility, it is slightly different, is where you don't need patient-specific prescriptions. You don't dispense to patients, you dispense to doctors' offices and hospitals. Therefore, the volume that you can make at one time is significantly greater than a patient-specific prescription. The main goal of this facility that we are opening is to improve patients' lives, maintain quality of life, and things like drug-induced nutrient depletion. I'm a big proponent in that drugs induce nutrients to be depleted in your body, therefore leading to disease. And we're there to try to combat this with vitamins and different things. Also, supply hospitals with critical items that they may need. And so we're fine-tuning the formulary now, but it's going to be a big one.
Prime Capital Ventures it's the same but different. It really is. In a normal loan, you put down your 20% and the bank comes in with 80%. With the Prime Capital Ventures loan, you put down your 20% in your ICA, and Prime Capital Ventures comes in with the full amount, the 100%, the $20 million in my case. So I have now $4 million in an ICA, which is also an interest reserve, which pays my payments and is an asset on my balance sheet. And Prime Capital Ventures gave me $20 million to fund my company. Most people are used to putting the money in escrow and then waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Am I going to get the commitment? Am I not going to get the commitment? Am I going to get the loan? Am I not get the loan? And every time you get a commitment, it could be Swiss cheese, because if for whatever reason they don't want to do it anymore, which happened to me once, they just, oh, sorry, we can't do it anymore. In 30 days, you'll get your escrow money back. So with Prime, they're committed as much as we are because we put the money in, that's true, but the money goes into a trust, and you wait for the documentation of a trust, meaning you've already been accepted. It's just a matter of time till you get funded. So once you understand that, although you're waiting, and that sometimes can give people agita, but you know that the loan is going to come through because the trust has accepted all your documentation in advance, and in whether it's 60 or 90 days, or banking days actually, you're going to get funded. It's just a matter of time. So you're having enhanced cash flow, enhanced balance sheet, and not any more payments till the term of the loan. Now, if you prepay that loan, then the money in the ICA comes back to you. So all in all, it's overall a fantastic loan resource as opposed to a regular bank loan where you're putting down 20%. In my case, would be the same $4 million, and they're coming in with $16 million, and you're paying approximately $66,000 a month for a 5-year period at the same 5% interest. So this is a fantastic resource for anybody that wants to finance their business, in my opinion. So I felt it was very, very comfortable for me because I know it's been accepted. I know it's going to happen. Yes, I had a little agita with waiting the 90 days. But when we had the 90 days and the documents came in, we got our funding in the manner that was promised in the contract. So you have to look at the contract and understand the contract first, and then plan accordingly with what's written in your contract. And everything came through with flying colors.
Hi, I'm Ricardo Rossetti, and welcome to the future home of Indigo Pharmaceutical. We're in the process of building and finishing up our drug development and site here, and hopefully up and running in about 6 months, and we're very excited. Over here we have parts of our clean room that's going in, okay, and as you can see, a lot of equipment has already arrived from literally all over the world. We're going to be installing it in the next 6 months, and then we start product development. That we find very exciting. We already started hiring our first tech and get the foundation, of training down, and then more techs to come. So this is the actual site of where we're going to be dropping the clean rooms in with the fill lines for drug development. You can see here is future home of the monitors that are going to be taking information off of the system. So as we develop the drugs, we can keep track of them and make sure that the temperatures are correct, the pHs. Obviously, we're very excited about the new drugs that are being developed and the future ahead of us. And it's all made possible by good banking.
I do understand some people's hesitancy, but we went through the process, and it was really, if you understand how it works, it actually worked, and we were very happy with it. And we love our relationship with Prime Capital Ventures, and we have the financing. It really is just a different way. Like you have a different recipe for making the same thing. It's just a different way of getting your financing, but you have to overcome the old prejudices. So once you do that, it's simple, and it's less tedious, and you know in advance when you're going to get X number of dollars, and you never have the chance of a callback or anything like that, like some banks have done in previous ventures. So I was very comfortable with Prime Capital Ventures. We were very, very happy how it ended up with all our financing, and we look forward to doing other deals. We're going to make other factories and manufacturing facilities, and we hope to utilize Prime Capital Ventures in the future. I wanted to thank Chris for creating this great program, and hopefully we'll do a lot more business together in the future, and maybe even they'll come down and see the fruits of our labor. And so I really, really thank you very much for the opportunity and for everything you've done for us, and ultimately for the American people, because they're going to have a good line of pharmaceuticals, and we're going to keep on growing and growing and doing the best we can for the American people and their medications.